Welcome to my channel and to this series called The Rambling Artist. This is where I'm going to share what's on my heart and on my mind. I hope that even if our opinions and beliefs don't perfectly align, that there's still something positive that you can pick and take with you that will inspire you and strengthen you on your walk through this world. Hey guys, welcome back. I'm an artist. Right now I am not doing art, I am painting my bathroom. Quick little backstory, so I started this channel a while ago to document my art and other philosophy, art related things. I run a garden blog with my sister at pearlsandshoots.com, but I really put this on hold because I've been doing this for the past several months. Almost 6 months. Yeah, it's been a long time. And it's exhausting. I've been spending a lot of time by myself, which is okay because I'm an introvert, extrovert person. I've been meaning to start making content specifically because of the fact that I spend a lot of time in my own head, and sometimes I want to share things with people and I don't really have anybody to talk to about some of the stuff, so I figured, hey, let's make a segment that's something to do with a rambling artist, because there's not going to be a genre, general genre in these segments. It's going to be kind of all over. Whatever I feel like rambling about at the moment, whatever my mind is engulfed and passionate about enough to press record and talk. So yeah, and today I really wanted to talk to you about something that I learned about myself that might help others. I'm ADHD, I've been diagnosed, I have issues with attention, but I also have strengths, hyper-focus, so I can do things I love or I'm excited or passionate about. And painting, trim, filling nail holes, taping, all this kind of stuff is not something I'm passionate about. And I've struggled to the point of tears. I mean, there's some days I've just driven myself mad. From going down the negativity wormhole. And I'm a very positive person. So anyway, something I learned about, that has helped me on focusing on mundane things. We hear a lot nowadays about, I'm just gonna move. We hear a lot nowadays about clearing your mind. Oh, clear your mind, and then you can focus. And I tried that. I really did try that the past few months, and it drove me nuts. It drove me nuts. And the reason for that is because I feel like the mind, the brain, it really is like, it's like the earth. And when you strip, and I don't know how many of you have planted anything or landscaped, when you strip the land and you pull everything out of it and you just make it empty and you just let it sit there long enough, eventually a seed is going to land. And a weed seed, it's usually a weed seed, it's usually a dandelion or a thorn, and they have their own medicinal properties, but that's a whole other subject. It lands in this field and then it grows and then it just explodes and takes over. That's how I feel like my mind is. If I empty my mind and I'm doing something boring, I would get a random thought. I live in the country, so random thought would be trespassers or cougars or somebody eating my chickens or something, random thought, because I heard something, saw something, read something. I'm trying to clear my mind. I'm painting, trim, or priming it, or whatever I'm doing at the time, and this thought just takes over. Eventually, I start imagining what I would do if XYZ happened, and that's harmless. We do that. But then this imagination, I don't know how many of you have full-blown movies in your head. And I have a very wild imagination. I'm a little ADHD, so queen of tangents. So you start here, and then I go down the wormhole and end up way over here, and then I'm getting upset over the death of a chicken that never died because I thought that I would do X, Y, Z in this scenario, but it didn't work out. You know, our brains are wild, and I don't know if this happens to you, maybe different thoughts, but if this happens to you, please let me know down below. Maybe I'm the only one, but I'm just sharing kind of my honest reflection. So I realized, and you know, grumbling. So I'm doing something I don't want to do. I'm, you know, kind of annoyed that I have to do it. You know what I mean? I'm just making up things in my mind that are just not leaving me with positive feelings. Not everything's supposed to have a positive feeling, but you know, everything's great. I woke up happy. Next thing you know, I'm not feeling focused or positive or anything. So I believe that, you know, not all thoughts are our own. And we live in this world, and sometimes we go down these wormholes of things. And I just started praying about it, like meditating on the fact, like, gosh, what is wrong with me? Why am I so just stressed over things? Why am I so bored? Why am I struggling doing something that I'm actually really excited about? I love this house. I want it to be done. I want it to look beautiful. And I just started kind of diving deeper into the whys behind everything. I started basically, instead of going into my boring task for that day with an empty mind, I started kind of filling in the blanks beforehand, setting up the stage for what I'm going to think about, and, you know, planting my own seed in this mind field, right? So I'd wake up every morning, having a cup of coffee, and I would actually spend 15 to 20 to 30 minutes sitting down, reading from the Word, listening to a podcast, watching a YouTube video, some of the people I follow that inspire me. And I started doing these things on the daily every morning. And really going into my activity with, like, this is what I'm going to think about. I'm going to ponder about these mysteries of life. I'm going to ponder about, you know, there's a lot of things I ponder about that are very positive, and I would set the stage for what I would think about. So as I was working, doing these boring things, my thoughts went down a very positive wormhole. And, you know, 6 hours later, I stopped because I'm hungry, and I realized I've been working for 6 hours, and I feel positive, and I feel energized, and I feel like I've had some kind of a philosophical, spiritual, biblical, emotional, mental aha moment of some sorts. And so yeah, clearing the mind for, like me, didn't work, and it was quite the opposite. It was planting something in it first thing in the morning that set the stage for the rest of my day. And the other thing that's hard to do, but you almost have to make yourself do it, is stay away from social media, stay away from the news to some degree if you're trying to focus and stay positive and you're trying to do something boring. Because the minute you read something, you know, about something that happened in the world, your brain's going to start digesting it, and that's going to plant some seeds in your mind. So, you know, if you're really trying to focus and doing something that isn't involving your brain will still be doing something. So you might as well put things in there to work on, ponder, while you're doing what you're doing. Now, if you're doing something that's very mind involved, you don't need to obviously distract yourself because you're thinking about your task. But this right here, it's It's not very exciting. There's nothing to think about except what my brain thinks about that's unrelated to paint. Anyway, I hope this helps you. I hope this is something that maybe you're already doing. You know, I'd love to hear any other things that work for you in the comments below. Maybe there's someone else that it might be beneficial to, so please share away. But yeah, clearing the mind isn't always the best technique for doing mundane things. Plant happy thoughts. Anyway, God bless. And I hope that you have a wonderful day, and I hope it's more exciting than mine. Mwah.